All right, so this is part 3 of my story. And I've been kind of hesitating on this one, on this part for some reason, because I feel it's like I'm feeling his energy of not wanting it to be shared. But I'm going to share it because it's my experience. And thank you for having patience with me, because I know I've only been dropping one video a day, but it's like, it's already a lot for me. So, be patient with me in parts, okay? um, so I started following this guy, right? And I did start talking to him telepathically, unbeknownst to me. And it was the very first, I was watching his videos, right? I was watching his videos. And I did one of his meditations. And in that meditation, it was like, you know, mm. See, like, he doesn't want me to say anything. Oh my God. And a security patrol car just drives on by yeah, like I'm being watched, and I touch my nose as confirmation. But hold on. Listen, I did this meditation and I was outside, out. I like doing meditations outside in grass. I like grounding my feet. And I was out. See, hold on. I was outside listening to his video, doing this meditation, but we connected telepathically. Ah! And it's like, hold on. We connected telepathically. And it's like after that meditation, I went to go pick up my son. And this was already a couple, because I joined one of his courses, one of his challenges. He does 21-day challenges. And I joined one of his 21-day challenges. I wasn't able to complete it. I didn't complete it because I wasn't there mentally, you know what I'm saying? But I still kept watching his videos. I still kept following him. I started like after this retreat. That retreat was like in July that I went. I think it was in June 2022 with the other leader. And then I did his 21-day challenge in July. And it was, like watching his videos. This telepathic connection, though, didn't end up happening. The first one actually did when I was within the 21-day challenge. It was one of his videos where I felt it. And at first I was like, wait, no. I was like in denial because I'm like, no, no, no. Like, did that just happen? I'm like, no, okay. And I kept watching his videos and it didn't happen again. So I was like, all right, maybe it was just, I don't know, because at the time I didn't know what the fuck was going on, spiritually. I literally thought I was going crazy. So I was like, you know what? I don't know what the fuck's going on. And, but as I kept watching his videos, it was like I was being, I don't even know. I don't even know how to explain it. But I was literally binge watching his videos. And then it happened again because my kids were in school. Because I remember after I went to go pick up my kids and they had just started school. And this was like September, let's say, where it happened again, where I did that meditation outside and then it happened. And I was like, whoa, what the fuck? because he was like that it was like the Kundalini energy healing. So I was like, okay. And I was, I don't know. I forgot to charge the mic, so we're gonna do it like this. Hopefully you can hear me well. So I left off on the meditation, right? So we did this meditation, and after this meditation, I'm walking to go pick up my children. And while I'm on this walk, him and I are still connected because of the meditation, right? So him and I are talking telepathically. And the thing that he puts into my mind is divine counterpart. So I'm like, divine counterpart? What? I wasn't believing it because at the time I didn't know my self-worth. So I thought me, his divine counterpart, because he's like this YouTuber, right? And at the time I wasn't financially where he's at. So I'm like, okay, how is this even gonna happen, right? But whatever, I let it go now because I was like, I need some confirmation for this, right? Because I didn't believe it. But I kept feeling his energy over and over and over again. Like, it was like we were dating in the astral, you know, getting to know each other in the astral. In the astral realm. And there was this once where I was like, okay, I remember vividly. I was laying in bed, and at the time I hadn't smoked cannabis in a while, but I had found a pen, and it had a little bit in there. So I took a puff, and of course I was flying, and he came in. He came in because I was watching his stories, and through that we connected. And it was like he had uploaded this story where if you like look at it, it was funny. I'm seeing it right now, like the memory. But it's like a filter, I guess, where you see it and it's like it kind of looks like distorted, you know, like how you would see things if you were on shrooms, I guess. I don't know, I wouldn't know, I have never tried, but I started laughing because I knew he was making fun of me. In the astral, right? Like, of course, but and I was laughing. So me and music is just, yeah. So I started listening to my playlist, but I specifically put my love songs, or I swear it wasn't, it probably most likely wasn't even me. It was like his energy wanting me to put the love songs, right? And I remember it was this song, Into You. And it's like I felt like his energy, like it was very like loving, very like, you know, when you feel like good inside your body, like that's what he was projecting onto me, like, you know, trying to say this song, I'm trying to sing this song to you, you know. And I was like, oh, okay, like, oh, really? But this was like probably at the end of that year. So I had started his retreat thing, or his 21-day challenge, in like July, and this was probably like Christmas time, January the next year. It was probably like January the next year, because I remember he was talking about his trip to Costa Rica, which he usually does in March, so it's around that time, right? He was getting ready to go, right? And so we were already talking for a while, you know, and he was talking about this like actual retreat that he was doing in June, or I don't know when it was, the following year. That was probably 2020. That was last year, 2023. Yeah, where I went on his retreat, because supposedly this is where we were gonna meet, you know, after all of this dating in the astral. Like, it was finally time to meet in the physical and whatnot. I was excited. I buy the ticket, I get everything ready to go to this trip, right? Then the date comes, the trip is here, that it's time to go, and I go. And guess what? Can you guess what happened at the retreat? Oh, it was a 4-day retreat. Says he, but did we interact? Did we connect in any type of way? Not at all. Why? Because he said that he can't talk to everybody because he's protecting his energy. So, you know, all of this stuff. And I'm like, okay, all right, whatever. So then in my mind, I'm like, okay, so if you're not willing to talk to everybody, so how are we gonna talk? You know, like, I went in thinking with the impression that we were going to meet physically, because this was the impression that he laid on me, okay? And no, the retreat ended and nothing. So I went home, and of course I was upset, because I felt like I was played. I felt like I was manipulated. Thank you. And he comes in, of course, and love bombs me, saying, oh, that there was no connect, there wasn't no time for connection, that there wasn't able to be done, that, you know, divine timing. This is his famous quote, all right? Divine timing is what he always says. Divine timing. Divine timing. And like a dumbass, I'm sorry, no, let me be compassionate with my past self, because she was just looking for love. She was just wanting to be loved, you know? So she believed him. She trusted him. So I continued to wait again, and I was like, all right, well, whenever it happens, it happens. And then I just finally got tired of, but throughout this whole situationship, excuse me, I was manifesting for him. Like, he was using my energy to manifest for him. I was doing it unconsciously, because I was still coming into my gifts, into like learning how I can grid, how I can use my magic, all right? But he obviously already knew how to do everything. So he was putting everything into my consciousness, into my subconscious, to manifest for him. As like for this retreat, he gave us these little bracelets, a little ticket thing for his Organifi discount shit. And all of that I was using literally to put into in my home grids to bring him abundance, to manifest for his business to grow. And even before that, when he did his 3-day conscious business accelerator, he had us print out the thing. After that, he never says print it. He said, but he specifically put it into me, print it. And I printed it, and I gridded on top of it, so that way he can get clients for him. When for me, I thought that I was doing it so that I can use this course that he was doing, so that I can start my own business. But in reality, it was because his face and his brand was on there, his picture as well as his partner was on there, and it was manifesting for their business. Next part.